Coming to you from a dusty road in Joliet, Illinois, it's more Evansville Otters baseball as the Otters look to win their 8th game in a row for the first time since 2013. They've won 7 straight, and they are in first place in not only the West Division, but they sport the best record in the entire Frontier League. My name is Ryan Brown, so please you could join me for the next 9 innings of 2021 regular season Frontier League baseball as the Evansville Otters take on the Joliet Slammers on a Tuesday night on the outskirts of Chicago. You're listening to the Evansville Otters pregame show, in which we will give you a brief preview of tonight's action as well as a recap of what went down last Sunday. We'll bring you lineups and then first pitch. All this and more on the Evansville Otters pregame show, live from Joliet, Illinois, and DuPage Medical Group Field. Stay tuned. You're listening to the Otters Digital Network on YouTube Live.
We love our children and want them to be healthy. After all, a healthy child can make for a happy child. When you choose Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield, you have great doctors and great care to help your child stay healthy. And that is something to smile about. Choose Anthem to help keep your children healthy and happy. Enroll today. Call 1-800-403-0864. To learn more, visit www.anthem.com/inmedicaid.
Before you danced the first dance. Before you walked down the aisle. Before the tables were set with care. Before you penned a single invitation. Before the day that went beyond your wildest expectations. There was the little green box from Brinker's Jewelers for befores and happily ever afters.
Look to buy a new home? We've got a sweet deal for you. Get a home sweet mortgage loan from Heritage Federal Credit Union and get a great low rate, plus get $500 cash back. That's right. Get a great low rate on your mortgage loan and get $500 cash back. Apply at Heritage Federal Credit Union, where the mortgage loans are sweet and the service can't be beat. Get your $500 cash back today at your local HFCU branch or apply online at hfcu.info/mortgages.
Welcome back to DuPage Medical Group Field. You're listening to the Evansville Otters pregame show on the Otters Digital Network. My name is Ryan Brown, and we're following tonight a group of Otters, often called a raft, that have won 17 games through their first 23, 7 in a row, going back to a 9-game homestand. They begin a 6-game road trip tonight in Joliet as they also begin a 3-game set with the Joliet Slammers of the Central Division. These Otters are in first place in the West, and they boast the best record in the entire Frontier League, 17-6. But first, how did they get here? What did they do last time? Well, for that, we'll go to a brief recap of what happened last Sunday night when they played the Windy City Thunderbolts, sweeping the Thunderbolts for their second consecutive series sweep, going back to the Gateway Grizzlies. The scoring started Sunday night in the bottom of the second inning as Evansville got their offense kicking with the bottom of the lineup in the form of a 2-ribby knock from Andrew Penner, the recently acquired Otter, formerly of the Washington Wild Things. The Otters added another pair of runs in the bottom of the third on an RBI hit by J.R. Davis and a sac fly off the bat of former Joliet Slammer, Riley Crane. Windy City's offense came alive eventually to answer Evansville's early offense as they scored 3 unanswered runs between the 4th and 5th innings on 2 singles and a home run. The Otters countered right back in the bottom of the 5th, receiving 2 more ribbies by Andrew Penner and then a solo shot to center by Otters backstop Justin Felix. The Otters starter, Polo Portela, had a comfortable 8-3 lead heading into the 6th, in which he pitched a scoreless frame, picking up a quality start, and he would go on to earn his second win of the season. Evansville's Samson Abernathy and Taylor Wright were able to lock down the 7th and 8th, both scoreless frames for Abernathy and Wright, the recently signed Honors going back to a couple weeks ago. And the Thunderbolts would go on to show just little fight in the 9th inning, but they were able to score 3 runs as Otters reliever Logan Sawyer held firm on the mound to finish out the 8-6 win. It was the Thunderbolts' Kenny Matthews who took the loss. He allowed 8 runs, but only 2 of them earned on 11 hits in 5 innings. Again, the Otters carry the 7-game winning streak on the road here in Joliet as they turn to Tim Holdgrafer to look to extend that winning streak to 8 games. It'll be the first time since 2013 that they would have accomplished that feat. In fact, this is one of the hottest starts that the Otters have gotten off to in years. Through the first 23 games of the 2021 regular season, the Otters have secured their best record since 2015, when they also went 17-6. The 2015 squad, led by the likes of John Schultz, Chris Sweeney, and future league MVP Josh Allen, also matched the Otters' present winning streak, while sweeping the Thunderbolts and Gateway Grizzlies, while beating the Schaumburg Boomers on a Sunday night home game. That has led the Otters to win 7 in a row for the first time since 2015, which the 15 team actually accomplished twice. Should the Otters win their first game tonight in Joliet, they will have won 8 in a row for the first time since 2013. To accomplish that feat, the Otters will turn to a lineup that looks like this. Miles Gordon, the left-handed hitting center fielder, leads off as he has done 21 times before. Andy DeJesus, the switch-hitting shortstop, bats second. J.R. Davis will hit third. We've seen him in that 3 spot quite a bit lately, and he's done well. He'll also play over at second base. Riley Crane, the left-handed hitting first baseman and 2019 Joliet Slammer, will clean up. Batting fifth, it's Andrew Pennard, the right-handed hitting left fielder, who collected 4 ribbies at the plate Sunday evening. Dakota Phillips, the Otters catcher, will swing it from the left-handed batter's box as he catches tonight as well. 7, 8, 9 will be Bryce Denton, the right fielder tonight as Elijah McNamee gets a night off. Then John Schultz, the left-handed hitting designated hitter, and Christopher Pujols, who will play over at the hot corner, rounding out the order 1 through 9. And they will be going up against a right-hander, Cam Ofterhide. Ofterhide, who sports an 0-1 record, but a 3.00 earned run average. He will be making his league-leading 6th start of the season tonight. When we return, we'll have first pitch and more at the DuPage Medical Group Field in Joliet, Illinois. Once again, more Otters baseball coming up. You're listening to the Otters Digital Network on Frontier League's, I guess not Frontier League Live TV, on YouTube Live. There we go. We'll be right back after this.
Cheer up, Evan. This rain will be out soon. You should download the 14 First Alert app and see for yourself. You can see what's coming up to 7 days in advance, or you can break it down hour by hour. Check out live radar so you can see what's happening in real time. And you can watch 14 News live directly from the app. See, there's nothing to worry about.
Stay in the game with the 14 First Alert app.
Cheer up, Evan. This rain will be out soon. You should download the 14 First Alert app and see for yourself. You can see what's coming up to 7 days in advance, or you can break it down hour by hour. Check out live radar so you can see what's happening in real time. And you can watch 14 News live directly from the app. See, there's nothing to worry about.
Stay in the game with the 14 First Alert app.
If you're looking for a liquor store in Evansville, look no further than Liquor Locker. The Liquor Locker has the best selection at the best prices, including the largest craft beer and bourbon selection in the area. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff will help you find the beer, wine, and liquor you need for any occasion. And check out the fine selection of cigars at all Liquor Locker stores. Liquor Locker is now open Sundays 12 to 8 p.m. and offers citywide delivery. Visit one of our 10 conveniently located stores in the Evansville area today. There is always something for everyone at the Liquor Locker.
You live by what's right. It's part of who
Getting
you are.
ready and
what drives
keeping
you to
fit for
always do
baseball
more,
season
to
is
give
hard
more.
work.
At Old
That's
National,
why you'll
we get
find
it.
Evan
We're
at
the bank
Bob's
built on
Gym.
integrity and community. The bank named the world's most ethical company for the last 10 years. The bank that focuses on your financial goals every day. Because your success is everything. And that's why we're here. You live by what's right. And at Old National, we bank by it.
Getting
Find
fit,
us at
having fun,
oldnational.com/locations.
being an Otter.
Member F-
Be like Evan. Try a free 3-day pass at Bob's.
We love our children and want them to be healthy. After all, a healthy child can make for a happy child. When you choose Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield, you have great doctors and great care to help your child stay healthy. And that is something to smile about. Choose Anthem to help keep your children healthy and happy. Enroll today. Call 1-800-403-0864. To learn more, visit www.anthem.com/inmedicaid.
Before you danced the first dance. Before you walked down the aisle. Before the tables were set with care. Before you penned a single invitation. Before the day that went beyond your wildest expectations. There was the little green box from Brinker's Jewelers for befores and happily ever afters.
It's part of who you are and what drives you to always do more, to give more. At Old National, we get it. We're the bank built on integrity and community. The bank named the world's most ethical company for the last 10 years. The bank that focuses on your financial goals every day. Because your success is everything. And that's why we're here. You live by what's right. And at Old National, we bank by it. Find us at oldnational.com/locations. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Joliet, Illinois, as the Evansville Otters prepare to take on the Joliet Slammers in more 2021 Frontier League regular season baseball. The Otters enter into tonight's action first place in the West Division of the Frontier League and overall sport the best record in all of the Frontier League. They go tonight up against the Joliet Slammers club that is 9-13 and dropped their last two games they picked up their last two games against the Gateway Grizzlies after dropping the first. Last Sunday's game for the Slammers was a 12-2 rout. So they swung it well. They were able to keep the Grizzlies in the ballpark. They were out at Gateway for that one. It's a short yard out there to right, so that's never easy to do, but they were able to put up a win. They've won 2 in a row, and they're hoping to end the Otters' 7-game winning streak tonight. To do so, they will turn to right-handed pitcher Cam Ofterhide. Ofterhide making his 6th start of the season. He last pitched on June 16th against Équipe Quebec when he went 5 innings, allowing 2 runs on 4 hits. He struck out 4 batters and walked 3. They'll be facing a lineup that looks like this. Miles Gordon, Andy DeJesus, and J.R. Davis bat 1, 2, 3, followed by Riley Crane, Andrew Penner, and Dakota Phillips, 4, 5, and 6. And rounding things out in the bottom third, Bryce Denton, the veteran John Schultz, and Christopher Pujols. My name is Ryan Brown. Thank you so much for joining me tonight in the booth from Joliet, as we are just about set here for more 2021 baseball. The Otters come into tonight's action wearing their road grays, and the Joliet Slammers, their home whites with their green caps and orange bills. As Miles Gordon stands in, we're about underway. From Joliet, Illinois, Ofterhide, the pitch. And there is a called strike, 0-1. The count to begin. Miles Gordon here in a scoreless top of the first. The first batter we're seeing tonight, Christopher Viviento, is behind home plate as the fastball, 0-1, misses out, 1-1. Ben Gray is over at first, and Kevin Worth over at third. Wind casually blowing out toward left center. The 1-1. Fastball just off the outside edge. Gordon ahead in the count, 2-1. Gordon comes into tonight's action sporting a .270 batting average. He's collected 4 doubles, 6 ribbies in that leadoff spot, and 11 walks as the count moves to 2-2 on Gordon. Ofterhide, California native, 6'3", 200 pounds, attended the College of Colorado Springs. Ground ball to the right side, second baseman Lane Barrymore up with it. He tosses on to first for the first out of the ball game. Let's go ahead and give you a look at the defense for these Joliet Slammers. In the outfield, it's Alonzo Jones, Dylan Hardy, and Kyle Jacobson going left to right. Then, around the horn, Jackson Dvorak, Tyler DePreta Johnson, Lane Barrymore, who just made the play over at second, who tossed on to Brian Pereira at first. Jarrett Reinflesch catches Cam Ofterhide. And here comes Andy DeJesus. The first pitch to the Otters switch-hitting shortstop. Fastball in there for a strike, 0-1. A pretty night just southwest of Chicago. Game time temperature, 75 degrees and mostly sunny. DeJesus fouls off a breaking ball, 1-1. Looks like it might have just missed his ankle. No, I think it probably nicked him. He's testing out the old wickets right now. Given an extra breather. Now he's back in the batter's box with an 0-2 count. The wind, the delivery. And he lines this into center field for a 1-out base hit in the top of the first. Andy DeJesus is aboard for J.R. Davis. DeJesus, he entered play with a .337 batting average. He's played in a whole lot of ball games. This, his 22nd of the season. The Otters now playing their 24th game of the year as J.R. Davis stands in. Davis, who comes into tonight's action third in the league in hitting. First offering to him. He fouls this back toward the sweet level here at DuPage Medical Group Field. DeJesus aboard at first with his 31st hit of the season. He's going. The pitch misses high. The throw down is good and gets DeJesus. A laser from catcher Jarrett Reinflesch. The pitch was upstairs, so he was able to pop out of that crouch a little early and fire a strike onto the second baseman, Barrymore, covering. The throw was off to the right of the second base bag and beat DeJesus by a few steps. Breaking pitch. 1-1. It was fouled back toward the light standard. 1 ball and 2 strikes with 2 outs now in the top of the first on J.R. Davis. With 2 out, the 1-2 pitch. That fastball misses outside, count even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two. Again, he misses outside. Looks like he went with a cut fastball there. Count even on the Otters' second baseman. And the 3rd overall hitter in the league, J.R. Davis. Pitch on its way. Davis reaches out, fouls it off. The caught stealing attempt getting the best of DeJesus. DeJesus, upon correction, I believe, leads the club in steals. 3-2. Looks like he went with something off speed there. It might have missed up and in, but it floated up long enough to entice J.R. Davis to swing. Swing and a miss gets strike number 3 with the punch out. A 1-2-3 inning following a nice throw down by the catcher Jarrett Reinflesch for Cam Ofterhide. Bottom of the first coming up. The Otters nothing, and the Jailbirds coming to bat.
We love our children and want them to be healthy. After all, a healthy child can make for a happy child. When you choose Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield, you have great doctors and great care to help your child stay healthy. And that is something to smile about. Choose Anthem to help keep your children healthy and happy. Enroll today. Call 1-800-403-0864. To learn more, visit www.anthem.com/inmedicaid.
Looking to buy a new home? We've got a sweet deal for you. Get a home sweet home mortgage loan from Heritage Federal Credit Union and get a great low rate, plus get $500 cash back. That's right. Get a great low rate on your mortgage loan and get $500 cash back. Apply at Heritage Federal Credit Union, where the mortgage loans are sweet and the service can't be beat. Get your $500 cash back today at your local HFCU branch or apply online at hfcu.info/mortgages.
Bottom of the first from Joliet, Illinois. Tim Holdgrafer on the mound facing Tyler DePretta Johnson. First pitch is in for a strike, 0-1. Holdgrafer making his third start of the season for the Otters and his third appearance. He's coming off a genuine gem. A wind and another 0-1, or I guess it's the first 0-1, but another pitch misses this time outside, 1-1. Holdgrafer last pitched against the Gateway Grizzlies on June 17th. He went 6 innings, all scoreless. The first breaking ball from Holdgrafer misses in the dirt, 2-1. Holdgrafer back on June 17th, allowing just 4 hits while striking out 10 batters and not walking any. He faces Tyler DePretta Johnson, right-handed hitting shortstop, to lead things off in the bottom of the first. The 2-1 grounded foul off toward the Otters dugout behind the third base side. Holdgrafer now with a 2-2 count, facing the leadoff man in the Slammers order. 2-2. DePretta Johnson reaches out, fouls it back. Johnson comes in with a .232 batting average in the leadoff spot. Wind, another 2-2. Another foul ball, again back toward the Otters dugout. DePretta Johnson, former 35th round draft pick of the Texas Rangers. Back in 2019, he got to play as many as 4 games in AAA for the Rangers organization with the Nashville Sounds. Again, 2-2. Breaking ball, and DePretta Johnson showing why he might be a pretty good leadoff batter. He's able to foul off the breaking ball and stays alive. DePretta Johnson will be followed by Alonzo Jones and Jarrett Reinflesch. 1-2-3 in the bottom of the first. Holdgrafer looking for the put-away pitch. The 2-2. Breaking ball, swing and a miss, and Holdgrafer, after the battle with DePretta Johnson, gets the best of the leadoff batter for the Slammers. The punch-out puts 1 out in the bottom of the first and brings up Alonzo Jones. Jones, the switch-hitting left fielder, steps to the plate. He will bat left-handed against Holdgrafer, the San Diego, California native. Making his third start of the season. First pitch Jones sees. He fouls off toward first. Group of youngsters over by the raised hill are able to pick it up, toss it around. 0-1. Looks like Holdgrafer went with perhaps a changeup, as Jones was well out in front and only able to barely get the end of the bat to touch the baseball. Holdgrafer well ahead in the count, 0-2. On a beautiful night in Joliet. 0-2 home. And a fastball misses just off the plate. Holdgrafer went with soft stuff early. I think there's a good chance that fastball might have frozen Jones. But Holdgrafer doesn't get the call. 1-2, he reaches out and soft serves this one out towards shallow left, but the shortstop DeJesus goes back and makes an easy play for out number 2. The Otters defense looks like this. It's Andrew Penner getting his first Evansville start in left field. Miles Gordon plays center, and Bryce Denton moves over to right as Elijah McNamee gets an evening off. Christopher Pujols plays third. DeJesus just made the play at short. J.R. Davis over at second, and the former Slammer himself, Riley Crane, at first. First pitch now to the number 3 batter, Jarrett Reinflesch, is caught for a strike by catcher Dakota Phillips, working with his battery mate, Tim Holdgrafer. The 0-1. One with a fastball underneath it is Reinflesch, right-handed hitting catcher. Now down in the count 0-2. Reinflesch, a former 9th round draft pick by the Miami Marlins. The 0-2. And he reaches out, soft liner to short. DeJesus to his right, has it. Couple of outs over to DeJesus, and the bottom of the first. A couple of 1-2-3 frames here in Joliet. Top 2 coming up. 0-0 our score. You're listening to the Otters Digital Network on Frontier League Live TV.
Cheer up, Evan. This rain will be out soon. You should download the 14 First Alert app and see for yourself. You can see what's coming up to 7 days in advance, or you can break it down hour by hour. Check out live radar so you can see what's happening in real time. And you can watch 14 News live directly from the app. See, there's nothing to worry about.
Stay in the game with the 14 First Alert app.
Top of the second inning. 0-0 our score. And a classy move here by the scoreboard staff at DuPage Medical Group Field as Riley Crane stands in, facing Cam Ofterhide. The first pitch fastball in there for a strike. Riley Crane played 96 games with the Joliet Slammers back in 2019. That's right, that's all 96 games. The 0-1 on the way. That misses low, count even. Collected over 100 hits. And when he came to the plate, the staff here, as this is flied out toward right field, underneath it is Kyle Jacobson. He makes the catch. They played Crane's traditional walk-up song, although I'm not sure if he might have a new one we might have heard the other day at Bosse Field. But What a Man by Earth, Wind, and... No, I'm sorry. What a Man is the old one. That's by Salt and Pepper. He was playing Shining Star for a short while. Then What a Man got played here, one of his old walk-up songs. As that's a nice little way to thank their former first baseman, Riley Crane. 1 out, top 2. Andrew Penner stands in. He took a first pitch strike, facing Cam Ofterhide. The 0-1. Ground ball to the left side. Hot shot to third. Jackson Dvorak throws on to first. Quickly 2 down in the top of the second, following the 5-3 putout. Ofterhide had a 1-2-3 first inning eventually, as he got some help from his battery mate, Jarrett Reinflesch, who was able to throw out Andy DeJesus, hoping to steal second. Dakota Phillips now stands in. Right side of the infield, full up with 3 Joliet Slammers. First pitch misses inside, 1-0. Phillips turns out of the way. The shifted infield, the shortstop, Tyler DePretta Johnson. He's playing to the right of the second base bag. Over at the edge of the outfield turf is the second baseman Barrymore. A big swing from Phillips comes up empty, 1-1. Brian Pereira, the first baseman, is playing just barely off the line, but maybe at the edge of the brown infield turf. The 1-1. This is fouled off to the left, a towering shot-ish. And it lands on the grassy knoll behind the left field line and behind the Otters bullpen, which is also in foul territory. Nothing our score. 2 outs in the top of the second. The 1-2. Bounced it in the dirt. Now count even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ofterhide making his league-leading 6th start tonight. 2-2, fastball, cut on and missed by Phillips. The second punch-out for Ofterhide gets him out of the top of the second. A 1-2-3 inning for the Slammers. They will come to bat on the bottom of the second in a tie ball game. You're listening to the Otters Digital Network on Frontier League Live TV. No, I'm sorry, it's YouTube Live. That's such a hard habit to break after a 9-game homestand. YouTube Live, zip.
Cheer up, Evan. This rain will be out soon. You should download the 14 First Alert app and see for yourself. You can see what's coming up to 7 days in advance, or you can break it down hour by hour. Check out live radar so you can see what's happening in real time. And you can watch 14 News live directly from the app. See, there's nothing to worry about.
Stay in the game with the 14 First Alert app.
If you're looking for a liquor store in Evansville, look no further than Liquor Locker. The Liquor Locker has the best selection at the best prices, including the largest craft beer and bourbon selection in the area. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff will help you find the beer, wine, and liquor you need for any occasion. And check out the fine selection of cigars at all Liquor Locker stores. Liquor Locker is now open Sundays 12 to 8 p.m. and offers citywide delivery. Visit one of our 10 conveniently located stores in the Evansville area today. There is always something for everyone at the Liquor Locker.
Brian Pereira, left-handed hitting first baseman, will lead off the bottom of the second following a 1-2-3 first inning for Tim Holdgrafer. The wind and the first pitch on its way. That misses low as Pereira shows bunt but pulls back. Looks like Holdgrafer might have gone off speed there. Holdgrafer on the mound. With his wind, he brings his glove down to his belt, back to his letters. Curveball looked pretty good. Swung on and missed by Pereira. Now a 1-1 count. Holdgrafer, the deadly combination in his last start on June 17th, was a hard fastball. He could get ahead for strikes, maybe through the first time in the lineup. The 1-1, Bender misses low. And then he was able to turn to that curveball and throw it for strikes. Well, guys, in the second turn through, we're hunting fastball. 2-1. A line drive out towards center field. Racing in is Gordon, but he'll have to play it on a hop. It's a leadoff single for Brian Pereira in the bottom of the second inning. It brings up Jackson Dvorak. Right-handed hitting third baseman. Dvorak playing in his 5th game. 2 for his first 17 at bats. Runner at first, nobody out. First pitch swinging is Dvorak, but well behind the fastball, 0-1. Turf Field here at DuPage Medical Group Field. In case you're curious about double play hops, the 0-1 bounced in the turf and blocked by Phillips. Middle infielders playing at double play depth. Equidistant to the second base bag and a few steps off that outfield lip. Holdgrafer set. And the delivery misses outside. 2 balls and a strike on Jackson Dvorak. Wonder if he is a fan of the composer. I mean, you've almost got to bring it up, right? I don't know if I've ever seen that name anywhere else before. You wonder if he's related. The 2-1. Fouls it off to the left. Count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Holdgrafer getting the turn in the Otters rotation. This really his second regular start. He made a spot appearance, taking the hill to start a game against the Schaumburg Boomers back a few weeks ago. It did not go Holdgrafer's way, but with a little bit more preparation, or I guess advance notice is a better way to put that. The 2-2 fouled back to the netting. Holdgrafer did a heck of a job against the Gateway Grizzlies. The last temptation that has been shaken up of late. This series here in Joliet will feature 3 starting pitchers who have recently found their way into the rotation and that were not among its ranks opening day. Good sized lead for Pereira. The breaking ball is cut on and missed for the strikeout. Holdgrafer picks up his second K for the first out in the bottom of the second. Well, from their starting rotation, opening day, the Otters have only 1 arm that remains in it as of today's date, and that's Polo Portela, who earned the win Sunday. Since then, Dalton Stambaugh, their opening night starter, has been picked up by the Chicago Cubs organization. They have had 2 of their starters hit the injured list. First pitch is to the third baseman Pujols. Too slowly for 2. He throws on to first. Riley Crane there to make the play. Christopher Pujols was charging in. Had to fire on the run on a weak chopper to third. Kyle Jacobson retired on the first pitch, 5-3. Well, anyway, talking about this new look rotation, 2 of the arms, Tyler Vale and Marty Anderson, recently found their way onto the injured list, so that takes care of arms number 2 and 3. And Anthony Arias was also released last homestand, so they have had to, on the fly, put together a new starting 5. First pitch breaking ball to Patrick Causa. In there, 0-1. Holdgrafer, the new member of that rotation, facing Patrick Causa with the runner at second and 2 out. The 0-1 goes back to the curve. It misses out 1-1. Tomorrow night, we'll see the USI product, Austin Gossman, make his second professional start and third appearance for the Otters. Then it will be the recently signed left-handed pitcher and Indiana Hoosier Braden Scott on Thursday. The 1-1. Fastball outside part of the plate, 1-2. Causa, the right-handed hitting designated hitter, comes in with a .250 batting average, 1 home run, and 9 driven in. Playing in his 15th game, getting his 49th at bat. 1-2. And he reaches out at a breaking ball off to his left. Pujols, 360 spin onto first. Nice play by Christopher Pujols at the hot corner. We've played 2. 0-0 our score. Top 3 coming up. You're listening to the Otters Digital Network on YouTube Live.
Getting ready and keeping fit for baseball season is hard work. That's why you'll find Evan at Bob's Gym. Getting fit, having fun, being an Otter. Be like Evan. Try a free 3-day pass at Bob's.
You live by what's right. It's part of who you are and what drives you to always do more, to give more. At Old National, we get it. We're the bank built on integrity and community. The bank named the world's most ethical company for the last 10 years. The bank that focuses on your financial goals every day. Because your success is everything. And that's why we're here. You live by what's right. And at Old National, we bank by it. Find us at oldnational.com/locations. Member FDIC.
Top of the third in Joliet. 7-8-9 for the Otters. Bryce Denton, John Schultz, and Christopher Pujols. Facing Cam Ofterhide and Aaron Nikula's Joliet Slammers. Nikula, the manager here at Joliet in his first season. The first pitch to Denton misses outside. The fastball, 1-0. Nikula, a longtime manager in the farm system of the Oakland A's. Denton rips this foul toward the bluff behind the left field line, and Otters bullpen now 1-1. Interestingly enough, Nikula was once the manager for a familiar face to the Otters. A very familiar face and well known. As the 1-1 misses low, 2 balls and a strike on Denton. 2-1 Max Peterson, who pitched for Aaron Nikula's clubs. Ground ball to third. Up with it is Jackson Dvorak on to first. A nice stretch by Brian Pereira. Over toward third, gets Denton by a step. 5-3 the ground ball. 1 out in the top of the third for John Schultz. Peterson having pitched for Nicola with the Kane County Cougars and the Burlington Bees back in 2011. And guess who was also on that club? But one Tyler Vale, the all-time strikeouts leader for the Otters, who's currently on the injured list. First pitch fastball misses out to John Schultz. 1-0. Just going to show that baseball is a very small world. 1-0. Goes with what looked to be either a split finger fastball or a change. Some downward movement. Fired it into the strike zone. 1-1 from Ofterhide. 1-1. Turns to a breaking pitch there. He gets ahead in the count, 1-2. And the Otters' designated hitter. Schultz, who enters with a batting average above 350. 356 to be precise. 1-2. Fastball. Sailing up and away. Count even. Schultz, you can always count on him for a good battle, it seems. Good knowledge of the strike zone. 2-2. Misses just high around the letters. Just a bit up. There's that good knowledge of the plate in front of him. He fouls off a full count pitch off to the left that trickles off the netting down into the Otters dugout. They'll do it again. And you almost cannot overstate the importance of an at-bat like this. No matter which way it goes, forcing Ofterhide to work a little bit on the mound. 3-2, misses up for ball 4. John Schultz is aboard with a one-out walk.
Now batting third baseman number 13,
The wily veteran draws the base on balls and brings up Christopher Pujols.
Come on, Albert.
Runner at first. One out, the first pitch to Pujols. Fastball up around the letters. Pujols might have thought it was a bit high or inside. It's called a strike, 0-1. Breaking ball misses upstairs. Looked like might have went with a hard slider. 1-1 on the Otters. Right-handed hitting third baseman. And there's a line drive out toward the line in right. It's headed toward the corner. This should put runners at second and third, and it will. Two men in scoring position with one out thanks to Christopher Pujols and his double to the right field corner.
Now batting center fielder number 6, Miles Gordon.
Not only the first extra base hit for the Otters, the top of the third, but it also puts a runner in scoring position for the first time early in this one still for Miles Gordon, who grounded out to second his last time. Let's see if he can do just that again. Gordon stands in, and we get a sign from the home plate umpire, Christopher Veviento, to say, hey, get this thing moving. The first pitch. Ground ball to the right side. Second baseman Lane Barrymore on to first, and the Otters have a 1-0 lead thanks to an RBI ground out from Miles Gordon in the top of the third. Wouldn't you know it, he did it just like he did it back in the first. And it brings a run home. Christopher Pujols advances to third. Schultz scores from third. 1-0 the score now. Andy DeJesus striding to the plate. He singled his last time. The first pitch to him. In there. 0-1. Looked like a slider there from Ofterhide. Started it outside, worked its way back to the plate. 0-1. Again, he goes off speed with something. It misses out. Runner at third, 2 out. 1-1, the count on DeJesus. And he reaches out and lifts this one out toward left in foul territory in the Otters dugout. And unable to get there is Alonzo Jones. He also had to fight through a pack of Otters bullpen arms who were racing out of the way. New life for Andy DeJesus. One-two. Fastball high. DeJesus thrown out by Jarrett Rindfleisch. Trying to steal second his last time. Otters with a 1-0 lead in the top of the third. Ground ball back off the pitcher's glove. The third baseman, Dvorak, will try to barehand it but has no play. An infield single for Andy DeJesus gives the Otters a 2-0 lead in the top of the third.
Second baseman number 45, J.R. Davis.
Christopher Pujols scoring from third base. 2-0 now. DeJesus, his second hit today. This one a bit more modest. But it gets the job done. J.R. Davis stands in. Runner at first. 2 out. Called a strike outside part of the plate. Davis struck out his last time. The 0-1. Breaking ball misses away. In the left-handed batter's box. Count even, 1-1. Runner goes. Off-speed pitch misses up and in. The throw down. Not in time to get Andy DeJesus this time. He's in at second with a stolen base. The count is now 2-1. On the Otters' second baseman, Davis. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Can't catch up to the fastball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ofterhide set. 2-2. And a ground ball through the right side of the infield. They're going to save DeJesus around third. And he will slide in safely with no throw, but it's a 3-0 lead on the J.R. Davis RBI single. Out to right. DeJesus can fly. Pretty shocking that, considering the turf here, considering that right fielder Kyle Jacobson was able to get to that one pretty quickly.
First baseman number 12, Riley Crane.
that he didn't even attempt to throw toward home. Now a runner at first and 2 out, 3-0 the score in the top of the third. For Riley Crane, 3 runs home in the inning. First pitch to Crane. He hits this out toward left. Moving to his right is Jones toward the line. He gloves it for the final out. But 3 runs for the Otters, thanks to an RBI ground out by Miles Gordon, a 2-out RBI knock for Andy DeJesus, and the same for J.R. Davis. We head to the bottom of the third. Otters with a 3-0 lead. You're listening to the Otters Digital Network on Frontier League Live TV.
If you're looking for a liquor store in Evansville, look no further than Liquor Locker. The Liquor Locker has the best selection at the best prices, including the largest craft beer and bourbon selection in the area. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff will help you find the beer on occasion. And check out the fine selection of cigars at all Liquor Locker stores. Liquor Locker is now open Sundays 12 to 8 p.m. and offers citywide delivery. Visit one of our 10 conveniently located stores in the Evansville area today. There is always something for everyone at the Liquor Locker.